Slow Mo Backslap here, slapping you with another video. So this channel update has been a long time coming, and before I get into the changes that'll be happening with this channel, let me first apologize, as I've done numerous times before, but this will be the first time I apologize with an uploaded video and not a throwaway comment on social media or my podcast. Apologize on my inconsistency with uploading videos. If you paid attention to this channel throughout the years, or maybe even if you were subbed before me and Gaming Forte started our podcast, you would know that I used to upload on average like 3 videos a week. The videos consisted of indie games I was interested in and whatever other games I was currently playing at the moment. Growth was good. I think I cultivated a smart and open-minded community of gamers, and the channel quickly rose in just like 15 months to 1,000 subscribers, which was the minimum you needed to become a YouTube partner. And if any YouTuber tells you that first 1,000 is the hardest to hit. I think, if I'm being honest, the cadence of videos for the kind of content I was focused on at the time was too much for me. I felt stressed trying to find games I was 2 parts interested in playing and also looked to be promising. Believe me when I say that was not easy. Those videos, I spent a lot of time going into details of what I learned would be a part of the game, deep dive into the developer themselves, and then try to find something educational about game development that they provided that I feel most gamers wouldn't be aware of. And that was important. That last part, extremely important to those videos. Now, I'm very proud of that content and I loved making those videos. I feel like they provided something unique to the gaming space that wasn't provided anywhere else. But all that was easier than choosing a game to focus on. Choosing the game was by far the hardest. I just got burnt out on trying to find the perfect game to make a focus. And I felt bad because I knew people had subbed to my channel for this kind of content. And I wanted to deliver on that. I wanted to deliver on what they expected when they subbed to the channel, but I felt incapable of doing that consistently with a same level of quality for games I didn't feel would be good or games I wasn't interested in. And that coincided with Forte and I starting DPS, but let me be clear, DPS isn't the reason why I stopped uploading videos as often. That was going to happen regardless. Life got busier, the previously mentioned issues with finding content remained. All of those issues are the reasons why upload stopped and not DPS. It would have happened if we started the podcast or not. I love doing DPS, and that isn't going to change. Simply where DPS can be found will change. If you watch the show at any time this year, you'll know that Forte and I have been talking about moving DPS exclusively to the DPS channel. And we've been starting the show on our individual channels and then redirecting everyone to our DPS channel to try to push all of our viewers to subscribe to that channel. And I think we are at the max for that. And now this shift to DPS channel exclusively is happening really soon, like within weeks. We just need to get all of our ducks in a row and finish all the updates to the podcast that we have been planning on working on all this year. Because that is happening is not why I'm doing this channel update video. I'm doing this video because I've finally found a direction for this channel that I'm comfortable with. I've discussed the direction of the channel before, and oftentimes I ended up not going through with what I planned because I, one, didn't like my ability as a content creator to deliver the content in the way that I found to be of high quality, and that's a failing on my part. And 2, content that I would be happy continuing to do indefinitely. And because of that, some of you may be rolling your eyes listening to me do this again, and I get it, I really do, but this time it's for real. I could do what other channels have done and lean in hard on a particular platform and use that to fuel my channel's growth. But if you guys know me, you know I'm not going to do content that I don't actually agree with. If I was a diehard PlayStation or Xbox fanboy, this would be cake. It'd be easy, but I'm not. So it's not. I'm a fan of those platforms, sure. But that's it. I have zero desire to make up narratives or console war. It ain't for me. And I don't care enough to make a channel focus solely as a fan of those platforms, and that's it. So I could narrow down the focus of the channel to specifically one game. That's worked for a lot of content creators out there now. Some of the biggest content creators in the gaming space right now started their channel as just focused on one game and cultivated a community off of that. Built their channel off of that and then just grew from there. And funny enough, that was the original idea I had for this channel. If you go back to my very first video, I talked about making this a Borderlands channel, believe it or not. But I found I couldn't do that either. I play too many games. I have too many interests in different types of games. I can't just focus on one game exclusively. Regardless of any level of success that may bring, I'd be miserable. And so I know you're wondering at this point, but what the hell do you want to do? Well, here's how it's going to go. I'm going to focus on 3 separate things on this channel, and they will touch on everything that I've mentioned before to some degree. And let me get this out of the way. Lunchtime with Slow-Mo isn't going anywhere. It'll remain a part of the channel, although now I feel like it'll be a Monday lunchtime show just once a week and not an occasional extra show from time to time. Allow me to be messy for a moment. I see other content creators have tried to pick up with what I've been putting down. I'm fine with it. I take it as they were inspired. But back to those 3 things. 1, I'm going to focus on 2 separate games I'm comfortable doing content on a consistent basis for. Depending on my level of interest in those games depends on how often I will upload, and depending on how those games are supported by a developer who's making them. But as of right now, those 2 games will be Dragon Age the Veilguard and The First Descendant. So if you're interested in those kind of games, you're going to get a lot of content from me specifically on those kind of games on a weekly basis. If I find a new game to focus on, instead of adding that to my rotation of games, I will be replacing one of these 2 games. So it is less likely that I will be replacing a game, but it will have to be a time point where one of the 2 games that I'm interested in is no longer interesting me, no longer an interest to you guys, and there's another game that's providing both. The second thing I'll be doing is live streams of these games, as well as occasional live streams trying out new games that show promise. This is me still kind of working within that lane of focusing on games that show promise, but now instead of doing all this research and trying to find the perfect games, when I see them pop up and they have betas, they have demos, or those games come out, I will live stream playing those games because I want to still focus on those games. I want to still focus on showing people what is out there outside of just the AAA space. So that's the second thing that's going to happen. And 3, I'll be going back to making console and PC gaming news related videos again. These will likely be the least uploaded videos, but allow me to go on my soapbox again for one more moment. I'm tired of people taking parts of things I may say in a podcast or on Twitter and then creating an entire narrative of how I feel based off of that. I feel like sometimes in the heat of the moment, I don't say everything I need to say on the topic. And after the podcast is over, I wish I could have elaborated further on a particular point I wanted to make, just to kind of drive it home, you know? I'm old, I'm forgetful. Those are the kind of insights that you'll see in these videos, in addition to making sure how I fully feel on a topic is being addressed. Maybe that'll cut down on the number of people who misinterpret what I say or twist it to mean something else or use it to fuel a narrative that they want to push, but probably not. But it's worth a shot. Now, I didn't intend on making this video this long, but I'm long-winded sometimes, so bear with me. I'm also open to listening to any feedback anyone may have about all of this, whether you want to say that in the comment section of this video or whether you want to hit me up with a DM later on. I'm fine with that, that's fine. And let me be clear, I know some of you may have seen a video I did in sub because I said I make more content on said game or topic, and now you don't see said game or topic being focused on anymore. I'm sorry, and I fully understand if you choose to unsub from this channel and find someone who provides exactly that for you. I hope you do. I hope you find a content creator that provides that for you. I get it, and I'm not mad at it. No hard feelings. I expect some to go walk someone else for that, and that's actually been a common thing for this channel for a little while now anyway. People sub to me for a reason. They don't see enough content for that reason to remain subbed, and then they unsub. Part of the reason why I'm doing this now is to give the audience a clear understanding of what this channel is about and feel comfortable subbing knowing they're going to get more of that kind of content. Okay, I've rambled enough. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time, or maybe not.